Okay, well, we're at Ft.Casper and waiting on the ghost walk. You're allowed to go ahead and go through the museum. I'm not actually going to do a regular tour. I would probably like to come back on another day because I'm only going to have maybe a few minutes here and there. So I figure at least share some of the views while I'm in here. This is the American Indian collection over here. A mock-up of how they actually used to hunt them back in the day. It would, you know, run mammoth up into a cornered ravine. It'd run the mammoth up into a dead end, pretty much like you see right here. And that's how they hunt. Old campaign buttons over the years. Ain't that a collection?
On that note, we will start heading down.
Awesome.
Enjoy yourselves, guys.
Yeah, we get to go in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm just glad the wind ain't blowing.
Yeah, definitely. That's a nice night. For as cold as it is, that's nice.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care.
History of the site is an active military base from early 1860s through 1867. This was a major river crossing across the North Platte River. And there was activity from here from the 1830s to the 1870s.
All right.
Before activity started dropping off on the trails. There were two battles fought in this area. One was fought right here at the bridge. In that battle, Lieutenant Casper Collins, which the city is named after, fell in battle.
Okay.
There also was that same day, a civilian wagon train that was attacked west of here.
A civilian wagon train?
Wagon train.
Oh man. Approximately how many people?
I don't know how many people were in there. I do know they were wiped out. I will try to get a more exact
I was just curious, like 50 to 100, you know.
I believe it was a supply wagon train. So
okay, so yeah, about 50 or so.
But I'll try to get a better number.
No, that's cool. No, it's just good to get this history, you know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't know precisely where that battle took place.
Yes, sir.
It was out towards Red Butte, but they don't know the exact site.
Okay.
Paranormal activity on the fort seems to go up whenever they're actively trying to locate the battle site. So.
Oh, when they're locating for the proper location, like GPS style.
Yes.
Coordinates.
Yeah. And
okay.
They seem to see more paranormal activity.
I can understand that. Yeah, especially if the ground had some, you know, serious activity that it happens to have some sort of residual going on.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, the first building we're going to stop at is the Settler Store.
Settlers?
Settler Store.
Settler's Store.
Yes.
Okay.
This was kind of the general store for the fort. This is where soldiers could buy extra food, civilian clothing, things like that.
Casper area paranormal seekers here, huh?
Yeah.
Yes?
Caps.
You call it what?
Caps.
Caps. I like that.
We're ghost investigating. These are some of our tools that we use. This is a laser grid. And it puts it up like this. The idea is that you'll see a shadow walk by it or change it.
I could see that. That would make sense.
Okay, and then we also have here some of the older stuff. It's like a pendulum. This is usually used for like yes or no questions, and you would normally do it like by yourself. And you can even think the question, you don't have to say it, and then you decide like show me yes, and it will move one way. I'm moving it. or show me no and it would move another.
Okay.
But we don't use this one too much, especially in crowds, because it's a little...
Mm-hmm.
Here we have our spirit box. Usually it has a louder speaker, so you hear that ch-ch-ch-ch-ch. And what that is it's cycling through the radio stations. And the idea is the ghosts use the energy of that to come through and speak to you. So you can ask more open-ended questions instead of yes or no.
Gotcha.
And that's probably my favorite to play with is that one. We also have this is our recorder. We always have recorders. Usually each person of our team has a recorder, and we usually set it down and don't mess with it because it just picks up so much from rustling it around and stuff. The thing coming off it is a microphone, and this can pick up, like, if it's in another room, like in this back room back here, you would, like, if a pin drop, the idea.
Now, what are these rods called again?
Dowsing.
Dowsing rods, huh?
Yeah, they used to also use like conventions.
Yeah. Will seem to be pointing like that. Yeah, all right. So what does this mean that it's pointing straight at me?
Ready?
Or it could be something behind you that's standing there, drawing the energy.
Strong. Okay, anything of that nature,
And
basically.
whatever he may be thinking, may be answering it.
Yes, sir. That's kind of interesting. Good answer.
But these kind of things you do not have to voice what you're wanting to ask.
That makes sense. It just feels off the vibrational energy that you're already feeling.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, that's pretty cool to know.
All right.
Thank you for letting us try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Activity that's been reported here on the playground area is hearing footsteps on the paths.
You hearing footsteps out here sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Like kicking gravel itself, or just dirt and all the above?
People walking, just the sound of the gravel moving.
Yes, sir.
And also, they've had reports that when the fair's in town and it's quiet, they'll hear the horses over there, and then there will be the sound of horses here as if the
That's
horses are
interesting.
outside.
Yeah, I can understand that, especially horses too, right?
Yeah. We're going to go into the step right here.
And what room is this?
This will be the telegraph room
Telegraph.
and the day room.
Telegraph and day room.
Yes.
Okay, well, you ain't going to see much because, like I said, we're doing a ghost walk now. I'll come back on a brighter day and do a real walkthrough on this, but this is for the ghost walk. Hey. Hello.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm all right.
I'm going to mosey on over here. I guess there's a bed.
And in this room,
Uh-huh.
we had one of our guides, or one of our members of our team, was actually sitting here, and the bench actually moved her whole body forward. They have found wet footsteps going from about the middle of this room here
Uh-huh.
to about the middle of that room, the next room,
Okay.
the middle of that candle right there.
Oh, there's a
They
can.
came
Okay.
in and they had that candle had actually been put up on the top of the saddle right here.
Really? Just sat right there,
Just
huh?
sitting right there when they came in.
Which room is this?
This would be the infantry barracks.
This is considered the infantry barracks.
Yeah.
And you can tell that with all the bunks here and all the other gear hanging off the bunks. There's about, you can't really tell, I guess. It's dark. But there's about, I don't know, 4 bunks in this room.
Yes, and each bed slept 2.
Each-
So it would be 4 per bunk bed.
4 per bunk bed.
Can you imagine that?
Head to foot.
This is the cavalry barracks.
Cavalry what?
Barracks.
Cavalry barracks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Got it all set up.
All right. Well, this is like you said. This is the barracks on this side, and this is the mess hall here. where
Barracks
everybody
in the mess hall.
would eat.
Yes.
Their breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything.
Okay.
And then they have the soldier barracks here. Now, the interesting things that have happened in here, behind you, there's a table back there. There's a knife on top of that table. One morning when they were coming to open up the museum and just do their walkthrough, they found that table with the knife stuck right into the table, sticking straight up. You can even still see the mark on the table from that incident. There's motion detectors in here, so they would have gone off had somebody come in and done that, but they hadn't gone off at all.
That would have made sense.
So people have also recently talked about being able to see, especially from the campground and the trail over here, they can see people walking through from one end of the building to the other through the windows. They can see shadows. The most interesting part of this building, and probably of the whole area, is on this side of the building, and if everybody wants to come over on this side, you can see the mantle over here. This is where we have an entity that everybody kind of calls, I guess lovingly, called Grumpy. Grumpy can kind of give an overwhelming feeling of oppression, kind of feels like hard to breathe or heavy on your shoulders, and tends to hang out more around that fireplace. And so people who go over there will sometimes take pictures. They can sometimes see shadows in the pictures, mists, orbs hanging around people's heads. Sometimes you can get your hair touched or your shoulders touched. So feel free to go over there and take some pictures if you want to. Here also we have the same K2 equipment that you've probably seen in the other room.
Yes.
It helps detect electromagnetic field. Plus we have something called a REM pod here. You've probably seen that on some of the programs on television.
It's called what again?
A REM pod.
REM pod. Oh, I got
to
you.
detect electromagnetic field, but it also is a proximity sensor. So if something touches it, it alarms. But you have to be very close.
Yes.
Vibration, walking doesn't make it go off. You actually have to be close to touch it. So when it does go off,
I want to stick my hand close just to prove on that. Look at that. Yep. See, look at that.
And it has gone off a few times with some people, with a few groups here tonight.
Okay.
Earlier tonight, in front of the mantle, we did get some distinct footsteps while we were sitting here waiting in the dark for the tour groups to come. It's all excited now.
Yes, it is. Maybe I connected too much. Oh, crap. Oh. I'm coming.
No worries.
What room is this?
This is the commissary.
Okay.
This is where the soldiers would come to get any issued equipment, food.
Certain rations and whatnot, yeah.
Yeah. And that would be the main difference between the commissary and the sutler store. Commissary would be issued equipment and supplies. Sutler store would be items that they could purchase.
Yes, sir.
In addition to.
I can't see with this glare off this camera. My night vision is gone. Is there anywhere? Oh, there you go. And there's a barrel right here. I will stand over here. All right, take a look at these barrels. This is a commissary in here, y'all. Look at that.
I'm Jackie. Welcome to the commissary.
Hello.
In here there is a spirit that they call Chatty, and he's lighting up. Over there is an EMF. If you want to ask him a yes or no question, he will at times answer by lighting that up. And this, sometimes he'll answer through the spirit box also.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So does anybody want to ask him anything?
I hope you enjoyed YouTube.
Oh, what's this?
I don't know.
Is somebody sitting there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was a display.
It's a very good person.
It's a really good display. Yeah, this is a display. Dark shadow. We got candles all lit up in these rooms.
You can kind of see how normally it is.
Yeah.
You got the plexiglass. You can look into the room.
Okay, watch a step. Walking in,
But,
there is a glass barrier, so you have to stop right here. And yeah, this is about all you can see. I'm sorry, I don't have night vision.
so that's why they say like things like the knife and the table. Really
That'll be my next step up.
They don't normally go in there unless they're food. So.
Well, cool.
Well, thank you for coming out. And if you have any questions.
And that's where we're at on that.